Hey everybody, it's MakeupMenaree. Welcome back to my channel. So I want to show you guys how to change up the shape of your eyebrows. I am somewhat addicted to brows and lashes, of course. I love changing the shape of my eyebrows on a daily basis. Sometimes they are straight and thick. Sometimes they are super arched. It just really depends on my mood that day. So if you guys want to watch how I change the shape of my brows, then just make sure to stay tuned. You can use dip brows or pencils, brow pencils. Of course, I love using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. It has the spoolie on one end, and then it has the actual pen on, well, I guess I should open it up, huh? This is a new one. It has the actual product there on the end that rolls up and down like a lipstick, so it's super convenient. And I like these because the pencil is a real small and real sharp, so you can get those brow hairs, you know, the look of brow hairs with this little pencil. Another one that's really good is the Maybelline Precise Brow. Love that one as well. It's a lot less expensive than this one is. Those two are the brow pencils that I use on a regular basis, but you can also do this same technique with dip brows. If you love dip brows, then, you know, just follow the same steps and you can get the same effect. So for this brow, I think I'm gonna go ahead and make this one more straight, and on this one, I'll make this one more arched. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the brow that I wanna make more straight. So I feel like the general rule for changing the shape of your eyebrows is not to mess with this portion of your brow up here too much. You can if you want, but it gets a little fake looking. If you like fake, you know, thick drag queen brows, then, you know, more power to you. But if you want it to be a little more natural, usually I don't try to put any product up there. I'm just gonna focus most of this on the lower bottom part of the brow. That's the part that's gonna make the brow look more straight. So I'm gonna first start by filling in my brow. I'm gonna do that off camera. If you guys have any questions about how I fill my brows, I will go ahead and link that up in the eye. And then once I fill my brow in, I'm gonna show you the areas that we actually are gonna work on. Okay, so as you can see, I went ahead and filled my brow in. I didn't like make any thickness. I just followed where my natural hair was and just filled that in. So for the brow to be more straight, like I said, we're gonna work on this bottom section of the brow here. And what I'm gonna do is just start filling that in, and then I'm gonna continually make it a little more straight and connecting to the tail a little bit lower. And that creates a brow that looks a little more straight. So we're gonna go ahead and start filling that in. I'm gonna start here and just slowly start bringing that over to connect. Fill that in. Okay, so already it's looking a little more straight. I'm gonna go ahead now with that same line and drag it down just a little more. And as you can see, what I was talking about, how it connects further down on the tail, it's just making that line more straight. So I'm gonna continue to fill that in. And now I'm gonna go ahead and use the little spoolie and comb the product in place. And now where the tail is, I'm gonna go ahead and just fill that in a little more there, where it connects. And you can see already how straight that brow is looking. It looks like I can add a little more here in the corner just to make it a little more straight. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And just brushing that product up and through. You wanna comb the product in the direction that the hairs would grow. You just want to go ahead and concentrate that more on the bottom of the brow. That's just going to give that brow a more straight across look. And that is about it. You don't mess with the front of the brow at all, just basically under the brow. You're just going to make that line straight across, and it connects lower on the tail. So that is the brow that is more straight. And now we're gonna work on the other brow. So again, I'm gonna go ahead and just pre-fill it in, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what to do to make it look more arched. Okay, as you can see, I just went ahead and filled it in where my natural brow grows. I didn't add any extra product to any areas. So when you're wanting to make your brow more arched, the areas that I like to focus on are the upper outer corner here of the tail itself. We're gonna go ahead and elongate that a little bit. We're also going to concentrate on the beginning of the brow here in the middle by your nose. So the first thing that I like to do is I like to start off with the middle part of my brow here. I'm gonna go ahead and bring the product down just a little bit further than what my hair naturally grows, because we're gonna wanna make, create an arch that really isn't there. So I just like to start by bringing the product down in the middle a little lower than what I usually do, and just basically building like a fake beginning to the brow, just like you normally do. But like I said, I'm dragging that down a little lower. Okay, so you can already see how much lower that is compared to the other brow, and that is the start of making your brow a lot more arched. So the next thing that I like to do is make a nice solid line going up to my brow. Now, if you have thick hairs there that grow, you can go back through with concealer and cover those up a little bit. My eyebrows are a little sparse, a little sad, a little bald. So I don't have to worry about covering anything up too much. But what I'm gonna do is, instead of making that line straight across like we did for this brow, I'm just gonna sort of try to make it as arched as I can underneath. So it's already pretty arched as it is because, like I said, it's bald there. I'm just gonna fill in the little area that didn't have no hair. Okay, so you can already see how much more arched it looks, just by adding a little brow product here to make it a little lower, and then just keeping that line nice and straight and not across. So now I'm gonna work on the tail end, and this is also the part that I feel just makes the brow look really, really arched. We're gonna build this top corner here just a little bit, and then we're gonna pull the tail down a little further than this tail goes. And I feel like that's just those few things, those few tweaks makes your brow look, a lot more arched than it really is. So I'm gonna start with building the product up here on the top corner. You want to make sure that you just stay on that top corner there. You don't want to pull it too far down. Like I said, it starts making the brow look really fake, really draggy. And if you like that, that's fine, but I particularly don't really like my brow to look that fake. Okay, so you can see that I built up that top corner just a little tiny bit. And now I'm going to go ahead and make the tail end of the brow a little longer. Just filling it in there where there's some sparse areas. And now I'm going to go back and just clean up the little areas that I had before that I messed up on. And yeah, so that is really about it. That's how I make one brow look more arched and one brow more straight. And you can see like the big difference there is in just doing those few little tweaks. Look at the camera so you guys can see. So you have a more straight brow, and you could even make that brow more straight if you wanted to. And then the arched brow, which like I said, you can even make that a little more arched by bringing that inner corner down, up here, and just down a little bit. But yeah, you can see how different those two brows are with just a few little tweaks and little areas that you can fill in or not fill in. And that is it. If you guys have any other questions about brows, products, make sure to comment below. Also, let me know if you guys have used these techniques before in the way that you change your eyebrows, or how you guys like to wear your eyebrows. Do you like to wear them more straight, more arched? Do you guys like natural brows or drag queen brows? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time.